think that we should be setting up our lives and our relationships in a way that they can be threatened. And what I mean by that is one of the most important aspects of relationships and having strong attachments is threatening those attachments. Basically, being able to go, is this solid? Is this supporting me? Is this really in line with what I need? Relationships are very much a balance between, wait a second, I am me and you are you, and I want these things. And this collaborative, co-creative recognition of the other and giving and receiving. And you have to be able to do both. There are a few things in our society that make this difficult. The first is that a lot of us don't have strong support systems. We have like one or two friends. And so it's harder to set boundaries and ask for what we need in those attachments because we don't want to threaten the few attachments that we do have. The other difficulty is that we have based our living arrangements a lot of the time on emotional connections with people. So now I cannot make waves in my romantic relationship because I'm afraid that if I lose this attachment, I'm also going to lose my housing. So I may miss opportunities to actually strengthen my relationship because I'm afraid to actually talk about the issue because at the end of the day, I'm not willing to lose this relationship. The strongest friendships and romantic attachments are based on a sense of security within self that you can threaten the attachment for the good of your own needs. Every culture has to walk this line between the good of the individual and the good of the group. And that's the same line that we're always walking in our individual relationships with people. The line between what is the good of the attachment and the connection and what is the good of the individual, and both have to support both. There should be a positive feedback loop that supports you as the individual, and there's a co-creative bond that supports both people moving forward. And we have to be able to test those bonds by saying, no, that's not what I want. Or at least being able to ask hard questions, questions that we don't know the answer to, and leave us in a scary no man's land. I have tended to set my life up in ways that encourage my ability to test those bonds when I need to. So I do my best to have a lot of emotional connections, a lot of attachments, so that one of them being threatened doesn't threaten my overall well-being. And it ends up making me a more flexible person, more able to weather the inconsistencies and ups and downs that inevitably happen in friendships and all attachments.